Well, hello, everybody, and thank you for watching this little mini podcast. And one of our guests that's going to be on the Spirit Heart Cruise on December 8th of 2024, going out of Galveston, Texas. Very excited about this cruise. And one of our keynote speakers that's going to be on the cruise is a good friend of mine and has was on my business partner on the last cruise in 2019. So let me introduce Victor Paruta. Victor, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Jeremy. It's good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had a pretty incredible weekend last weekend, and now we're working our way into the cruise. Um, I will just tell you really quick, my little 30 seconds about Victor. I met him in 2018, right at a time when I was going through a lot, and Victor was very helpful in my life. I've also spoke at his conference, Victory of Light. I've done actually a couple other projects, paranormal investigations with him, just an all-around great guy and with a wealth of knowledge. So, Victor, that was my intro for you. Can you tell the audience a little bit about you?
Oh, of course. By the way, I'm so excited about this cruise. Thinking back, Jeremy, I've not been on a cruise for 4 years. So by the time this cruise rolls around, it'll be nearly 5 years that I've been on a cruise. And
Oh, wow.
oh my God, I've done these psychic cruises before, and they've been life-changing every single time. It's just being on the water. It's so psychic. You just it my psychic abilities amp up when
Of
I'm
course.
on a cruise, when I'm on the water. So I'm Victor Paruta. I'm a psychic medium. I've been doing psychic work since 1990. So that's about 34 years now. So I'm a paranormal investigator. I'm the founder of the Victory of Light Expo, which became Cincinnati's 13th largest convention, which I ran as executive director for 30 years. I've had some national exposure. I've been on The View, I've been on The List, and I'm also on Beyond Belief with George Norrie, which is on the Gaia channel, and it's on Amazon Prime. So you can see a couple of my episodes there. And I'm talking about my work as a medium, and I'm working about some of the things that I've encountered during paranormal investigations. So we're going to be visiting pyramids, aren't we? So I'm so excited about that because I'll be able to feel the energy and describe the energy at all the places that we visit. And one of the things that I'm teaching on this particular cruise is I'm going to teach people how to do psychometry, which is that's when a psychic picks up or touches an object and reads the energy in the object. So when you're on a location such as a pyramid or any type of ancient structure, or even not so ancient structures, if you touch the building, the rocks, the stones in the area, you'll pick up information of things that occurred in that area historically through history, and it allows you to have a richer experience of all the places that we will be visiting on this tour. So there's psychometry where you actually touch the object and get psychic and intuitive impressions. And there's also what I call visual psychometry. So if you're looking at an artifact in a museum, and you stare at it and move into a psychic perception of the energy of the object, you'll actually feel the energy of the people that made that object, whether it's something prehistoric or something within the span of recorded history. That object's energy will reveal itself to you, and I've experienced that at museums when I've been traveling, and it's a way of enriching your experience of a place or of an object that you're looking at and communing with.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I was so excited because I part of the idea of this adventure is to take people to the Mayan ruins and then understand psychometry so that they know that the areas that they're able to touch, the trees, some of the ruins, that kind of stuff there, or even just being in the presence of that energy, they're going to start picking that up and they're going to have some spiritual shifts there. So that's why I'm very excited about you teaching this so that they know about this when they go to these ruins. So, yeah.
Exactly. People, when I've taught this before, they've been surprised that it works. I mean, they can actually hold an object that belongs to somebody, and they could tell them things that happen to them or how they might be feeling. So it's something that everybody has access to. And once that's turned on, once you're led through it and it turns on for you, the stones and the places record everything through time, and you can access that through touch. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So let me ask you, so you're coming on the cruise, you're a keynote speaker, psychometry, and you're going to teach a wealth of knowledge. Are you doing sessions or readings on the ship as well? Are you planning?
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
probably do some private readings, one-on-one
Okay.
readings. Uh, if that's something that people will want to do. I don't want to only do readings because, of course, I want to enjoy the other
Yeah, of
classes
course.
and just enjoy the entire cruise experience. The great thing about psychic cruises is everybody there is pretty much on the same page as far as
Hmm.
being on the spiritual path. So there's kind of almost like a built-in compatibility with travelers who go on trips like ours, where it is actually a psychic cruise where you could experience psychic things, mediumship. From some of the presenters, everybody's going to be presenting something, so especially on the days at sea. And the great thing about the cruise is attendance at these classes is up to you. If you really need to rest or need to get some sun or just want to spend all day in bed, you can do that. But if you want to take a class, you can take any of the classes that are being offered during the cruise program, which is a week on the ocean, starting in Galveston, Texas, and we'll be going to Mexico. We'll be going to Cozumel, which is a Mayan city. There's Mayan artifacts there and nearby, and then also Costa Maya. And then we're going to go to Roatan, Honduras, which is renowned for scuba diving and things like that. I've been there before, but I've only gone scuba diving. I haven't done really much touring
Yeah.
on that location. So I'm curious to see what's really there.
I had a lot of fun. We took a cab around the whole island last time we were there, and then where we're going in Costa Maya, we're going to Chochaban, which is one of the pyramids, and that has the temple of the moon and the sun goddess. And then on Cozumel, we're going to San Gervasio, which is the temple of the moon goddess. And the ruins are not as grand as everybody thinks, but the energy is probably the biggest energy because it is the equivalent of Jerusalem for the Mayan religion. And so
Oh,
it's really
wow.
that kind of powerful of energy. It's the temple of the moon goddess. And they used to have to take like a canoe-like boat across that channel from mainland Mexico into Cozumel, which if you understand how far that is, that's a 30-minute ferry ride at top speed. And so
My.
and so they had to go through there and then they had to go ask to get married by the priests and priestesses. And if they were rejected, they had to come back. And
Oh,
so
my goodness.
yeah, so the energy there, I had a spiritual shift there in 2017. It was absolutely amazing. And so I'm excited, Victor, for us to be there on the cruise for 7 days. I know that you all have a wonderful time. You went on 2019 and you've been on other psychic cruises prior to this. What's your experience? I mean, I know your energy and your psychic ability goes through the roof. Any other things you've had just beautiful experiences while you've been on some of these cruises? I know in
Oh, my.
2019 we had a lot of fun in 2019.
Oh, yeah. And I went on a psychic cruise with Tina Michelle, and she will be on this cruise, on our cruise in December. But I will never forget that psychic cruise. I was wide open. A lot of practitioners were doing healings and things, and I was getting an energy healing from a couple that were on that trip. And during that healing session, I kept seeing an island in my mind's eye, and I saw it from overhead. It is as if I was looking from a helicopter or above the island, and I think, what is that? I kept looking at it, and finally I realized it was ancient Atlantis. And during the healing, I had a past life recollection of a life in Atlantis. And it was during the last phases of Atlantis, right before it was destroyed. And that experience was so profound. It's as if I was actually there. And the technology the Atlanteans had was actually very advanced. And I experience the diaspora once Atlantis was destroyed. And we ended up traveling to the different parts of the world. I ended up in Greenland, the Greenland
Mm,
area, in that life, and ended up interbreeding with the natives there,
mm,
which raised their vibration and raised their kind of genetic pool, and it helped accelerate their advancement and uh, spiritual evolution. So that was a powerful thing to experience. But I experienced what our homes looked like, what people ate. I experienced a technology where instead of fishing for fish with hooks and bait, they would put these electrodes in the water and the fish would simply swim around them as if they were in a trance. And so there was no need for refrigeration. You would just get your food fresh and alive. So it was rather profound and life changing. And some of the people that I met on that psychic cruise have remained lifelong friends. So that's the great thing about it. You'll run into some of the people on the cruise at other spiritual events like conventions and things like that, and stay in touch for a long time.
yeah, that's the wonderful thing is making great friends. And I just want to wrap with everybody and say this is going to be an incredible experience. The last thing I'll say to everybody is that the coolest thing is when we go to conventions, which are absolutely wonderful, they're usually about 3 to 4 days. And you don't always get a chance to connect with the speakers and other people. This will be 7 days that you get to spend having dinner, going on excursions together, going to classes together. You will make friends. You will get to spend time with the speakers, and it is an exceptional experience. It changed my life. I've been on two of these conferences, and they were just completely amazing. And I have lifelong friends from all of them. If you're interested, December 8th, going out to Galveston, Texas, please come with us, and we're excited to have you. The link to register will be in the description in this video. So everybody have an amazing day. And Victor, looking forward to seeing you on the cruise.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Much love.